Welcome back, everybody. Well, we're gonna do some cow stuff here quick. I got a couple of trees that fell on a fence that I need to go cut off and take some mineral out. We're playing the weather game. I did cut some yesterday. That's what's happening on Ranching Sodak. What's up, little miniature parkour, huh? These little goofballs. Gotta find a hat and a chainsaw. Check. This thing probably needs a little gas. We'll check her out here. And a little oil, maybe. Yep. I'm second guessing myself now on that gas. Kind of nervous now if that's just regular gas. I better mix up a new batch. That's definitely mixed gas. I mixed up some more. One thing about these putting oil in your gas, if you got too much oil in there, it'll foul the plug. If you don't have any oil in there, you'll burn out your piston. You'll burn a hole in your piston. It'll run it too lean. Good idea to make sure you got the right gas in there. Got to get my bucket of fencing supplies, my pliers. I think I got a stretcher in there. To get that tree cut off, we might have to tighten up a wire. Corn's coming pretty good this year, right out of the bag. This is our old cow group, and the farthest away out in the middle there. We got to go around, what is it, 2 miles up, 2 miles down, 2 miles back. So we got to go kind of 6-7 miles around to get back into where on the very back side of it was just 2 limbs that had fell on the fence. They weren't going to be able to get out, but I wanted to have them get the grass knocked down. Once they make a couple laps around the pasture, then kind of makes it easier to fix the fence and get that tree off of there. So road construction going here, excavating out the bad potholes, it looks like, and getting down to some good dirt, starting fresh. Digging quite a hole. Digging her out and putting some geotech down there, or whatever you call that fabric, it looks like, and then they must be putting a new layer of rock and gravel. So we're coming up on her here, back on the back side. Township road, but it's pretty sketchy. There's a lone bull by himself. What do you suppose he's doing? Got beat up? Maybe the cows are close, I don't know. Oh, they're right here. The cows are right there. I don't think the creek ever quit running this year. Makes it nice. So right here was the first branch. See, it was just on the top wire, but that's where we're after there. And then there's one up ahead, another half a mile. Epic time lapse. Alright, let's cruise up and find this other one here. Nice and blue to the west. Really good haying weather, Matt. Well, right down in here, I think there was a pretty good sized tree that fell down. See, when I checked the fence, this would have been chest high grass. I knew if I just waited a week, they'd knock her down and I could come in here and function. But like I say, the wires weren't broke. There's the top wire. These kind of got squished down, so I guess I need to hop over there and cut that. But we'll chunk this off, and when I say will, I mean me. You know how that goes. Didn't break any wires. All we gotta do is scooch that one up, grab my pliers. Well, pliers are a little rusty. Nice. All right, let's go get some salt out here to these girls. Oh, I thought I had a security breach. Somebody's grazing this section line. Wonder if that's Tony's cows there. He should have a freaking sawhorse or something on this path, because you can't even see that poly wire or that turbo wire. I about ran it over, but I need to go on this gate here anyway. He's got two poly wires there. Let's check out his stock. He's got quite a few calves here, or cows, or whatever he's got going. But I wonder if he's got a bull. He's only got a single fence in between us here. I don't think these are Tony's. Well, we're out here now. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure whose cattle those are grazing that section line. I'll have to do a little investigating, make sure we don't have a mix-up. There's the big salt feeder. They got her empty. I think I had 700 pounds in there, or maybe it was 600 pounds in there. I didn't bring that much, I only brought 400 pounds. Look out! You dummy! Get back! We need to give ourselves a little room to get the heck away from this menagerie. If we let them get all the way around the feeder, then they can't be pushing each other in. But holy cow, they're hungry for salt. It's gonna get a pallet of Redmond blocks. I need to focus in on that, bud. It's down in Aberdeen. It's about 80 miles away. They look freaking good though. Holy moly. They're slicked. I mean, this is the nicest my cows have looked this year in a long time. They are shiny and whoa, that was close. You guys ever heard of lowline Angus or Australian lowlines? That cow there is a large percentage lowline. I only have like 2 cows left. But look how big she is. So I mean, she's maybe a 42-inch cow compared to that's like a 1,300-pound cow there. Yeah, they look good. Now the calves should be all pushed out along the edge. Let's go drive over there and take a look at the calves. Here's your cow, Vig. He watches the videos. I think I bought 8 cows and there's 3 or 4 left. Uh-oh. There's some thrusting going on over there. So I'm looking at these calves. This was the first group we worked. I want to say we're crowding 2.5 weeks. It looks like all their sacks their testicles and the sacks have fell off after being banded. I don't see any of them even hanging there dry or nothing. Yeah, everybody that I've seen here looks really good. Oh, we got a salt feeder down there we could go rescue. The Sonoma's a goat, but she's got her limits. Yeah, we can take this one home or to a different pasture. See, that's actually a cow riding another cow. And they do that when they're cycling. And sometimes I kind of feel like in nature they also do it to help the bulls. You know, when they see another cow jump, or when a bull sees another bull jump a cow, he'll come from a long ways away to service that cow as well. In my mind, I wonder if it's part of nature's way of letting everybody know, you know, like if there was a shortage of males in an environment, that they see that, and then they can focus their efforts right to the source. Or it could be just that the cows are hormonal too. Probably a little bit of both. But they're really breeding right now. Well, I shouldn't say they're really breeding. What's happening right now is I think they've bred a bunch of cows, because we're three weeks in right now. All the cows have cycled, or should have cycled, close to once. And they've covered a lot of cows. So now, when there is a few more coming in, you have all this bull power. They're breeding the same cow. All these bulls go around and breed the same cow. If we'd stay here and watch long enough, he'll probably breed this cow, and then one of these other bulls will come over here and breed this cow next. So probably, like I say, more than likely what's happening is there's less cows in heat right now. I don't know if that cow's even in heat, but he's up on her. I see there's another group of cows, maybe like 30 or so pair over the hill. I don't know if we can get to them or not, but can't just sit and look at cows all day. Another bull, but he acts like he's limping a little bit, but not bad. It doesn't seem like he's got any foot problems. Probably just be pushed out of the herd. These cows are coming, I guess. Well, they're on the other side of the creek, so they're all kind of migrating that way. I'm out of here though. Let's go build a couple of sickles for Jim. He's gonna get back in the double mower, and kind of mow the hilltops and the stuff I know where there's rocks that I can't mow with that disc bind. Let's grab a couple boxes of sections, 4 boxes, and we'll grab our little Milwaukee power ratchet jobber. This bad boy here works pretty slick. Bring that whole box, I think. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I cut the outside round. Well, I thought
See this here.
See, this isn't that old. We didn't put
No,
these.
this is just like new.
I know.
I remember.
He's sharpening on that one. I thought this one looked pretty good, which I thought they both looked pretty good. I think it was fairly new. He thought the drawbar was short. I don't know why we would have shortened the drawbar. It's supposed to be at 16 inches from the pin to the 3-point, or to the PTO. So your knuckles on turning and stuff is what they recommend. So like here, drawbar setting 16 inches. So now we're at 14. So we need to lengthen it out to raise it up, unhook it, and then push that pin up and slide the drawbar back. So this mower is our single mower, and use it for mowing weeds and the road lines and stuff. But he was in the cattle yards mowing weeds, and a couple of guards are bent, and then this one was broke. He had just a single one on here, but I'm gonna put the actual one right back on there. And these are high back guards, which means the backs are what hold the sickle ahead, and you got to have everything lined up just right to get these high backs on. It's your home. Go to your home. It wants nothing to do with it going back on. There we go. These high backs got to go just like they sound, right behind the sickle, the high back. So I got to move this over here so this thing can line up and pop up. The back of this guard is riding against the back of the actual sickle. This is a hold down, holds down the sickle against the guard. Well, he's 100% ready to go try her. All right, we'll go see if Sassy Pants is back with those rake wheels, and then probably flip them knives around. This pocket gopher business is just ridiculous. Those knives, we flipped them yesterday, and I didn't cut, I don't know, 25 acres maybe. And all that mud, it's just ruined those knives. It's just, I'll show you, they're all rounded off and dumb. But the sun's kind of peeking out. Maybe we can, I don't know. Don't know. Well, I see she's home, and I see the rake wheels are delivered. Well, let's go see what she's got going. Oh, and she's got some zip ties. Heavy duty cable ties, 8 inches. All right, we need the assistant to help us though. Well, I had a little dinner. Jim has been mowing for the first time now for about 30 minutes. Yeah, I got the call. He's stuck. We're on a rescue mission. Let's see if the old Jinxie cat can pull him out. We're so darn wet. Every slough and creek line, and well, we got Jim out of there. I didn't film it. You don't want to embarrass your fellow workers when they get stuck. So we just left the camera off. Grabbing a couple of bales on my way back. He was just got down to on the edge of the slough there, and front tires went in. He stopped and backed up and couldn't go. So really wasn't that big a deal to pull him back. He's happy listening to the radio, just waiting for backup. Help me! Help me! Parkour! Parkour! Oh, they're even figuring out the parkour. Parkour! Parkour in this pickup. Parkour! Parkour! Well, you don't know it, but I had kind of lost track of what I was doing, and I greased some stuff on there. Couldn't find a socket. Ended up greasing the rake, and now we're going to take these wheels off. right, she's out of here. We'll have to do a whole video on who is the real Miss Sassy Pants. What does she even do? That would be a good video. Special lady. All right, I'm gonna do some more time lapse and we'll do a little more I'll bring you back when I'm done. How's that sound? Well, the rake's, I think, done. I got those wind guards on. I got all the zip ties in. Move it out of the yard here. I don't think we can go bale any of that stuff we cut yesterday. We can go look at it, and we can also go cut the headlands off that 40 acres of second cutting alfalfa. I don't really want to cut the whole field, and if we cut the headlands and it worked, we get by, we can get the headlands out of the way, and then we can cut the whole field. But yeah, she turned out nice. So I'm excited to try our little protectors too. Anyway, let's move on. Let's go look at that hay that we cut yesterday, the grass. My baler's all plugged up from the night before it rained. When I was baling, I got into some slough stuff and plugged it up, and I just abandoned it. We might as well get that baler cleaned out. I just checked my phone and updated it again. Now they're talking 55% chance for an inch of rain tomorrow. Man, that rake looks nice though, bud. Here's where I was cutting yesterday. 40-acre piece, but there's a slough in the middle. I think there's enough dead stuff, and it's late enough in the year that we could probably actually bale this today. I actually think I think we could do it. It's too windy to rake it. Either way, we better go get the baler fixed up and back online, and then we'll get it over here. We could bale just the windrows too, but yeah, better do it. We just abandoned the old girl right in the heat of the battle. Let's raise her up, see what we find in there. Sorry about that, old girl. You were in some pretty rough country there, huh? Yeah, little thistle beard. I don't know what this was for a weed. It wasn't Canadian thistle, it was a yellow flowered weird thing. None of you guys asked for it, but here's a close-up. Let's go clean it out by hand and see what she looks like. It looks like some pretty good hay here you were going after there, Matt. Not really. Okay, well, I actually think it did loosen up enough to pull out of there. We're gonna have to cut a line on this roller and then run it. You guys hang out back here, I'll go turn it on. Now we'll fire it up. It should spit that out of there, hopefully. Let's actually close the door now. Belts will start going up and moving around too. Well, it helped a little bit. Well, let's go give it a shot. I got enough fuel, 3/4 full, and like I always say, it was working when I parked it, so we don't need to grease it or nothing right now. We'll go over and experiment. So let's go check it out. Well, we're going, but I think it's borderline too wet. Lots of dry stuff in there, but just cut it 24 hours ago. This bale's a little better than that first one. The outside round was. I think if I'm choosy and I stay on top of these hills, but you know, as I reach underneath there, you see that there's a handful of really green stuff. Maybe I should go get the rake. I don't want it to blow away. This corn here, I can't remember, but I don't think I fertilized this field. I just hauled all this manure on here, and it's finally had enough moisture to start to utilize it. But boy, it's dark green. I'm almost positive I didn't fertilize this field. You know, synthetic fertilizer. But we hauled a lot of manure 2 years ago on here, and it was never got enough rain to really utilize the nutrients until this year. Well, I caught a lift halfway home from the neighbor, so that was good. Get a freaking Diet Dr. Pepper in us to, or should we have a Bud Zero? Let's have a Bud Zero, kind of pump up our life a little bit. It's onwards of 5 o'clock for a beer, but since it's fake beer, I feel like you can drink one at 3, right? There's no rush, because I think whatever we're doing with this hay is probably wrong, so the less I probably get done, the better off I'll be. Does that make sense? Oh boy. What's worse, going baling it up a bunch of stuff that's gonna be no good, or get moldy, or let it get rained on, or we don't know if it's gonna rain either. Let's take 10 minutes to think about it. Let's all have a pause and focus. I always wanted to do this. This is Vessler Cattle Company. Go check out his channel. You'll get a kick out of it. I think he's a pretty good guy, but here's him, like. Go take that rake down there and we'll rake a little bit. Look back and I've never seen this many teeth on this rake before. Jim actually belt fell off or burnt off the front mower, so we got a new belt, and it's too green to bale, so we got to go work on the mower for a second. For all you square body Chevy lovers, what year is this pickup? So this is your old man bought it brand new. So it's the original owner, 77 Chevy. How many miles are on this? Just turned over 108,000. It's not for sale. So this belt rolled, and then it kind of started chewing on it, and then they get hot, and it stretches them out, and they kind of lose their. You can't get them to.
And it stopped all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's just loose now, and it's all flipped over. But when it's on the front mower on a double bar, then we got to take this PTO shaft off. I'm talking to my audience right now. Jim's thinking I'm telling him how to do it. We've both done it a handful of times, and he doesn't understand that I'm talking to you guys, but now he does. So that's what we're doing. Take this canvas. I put these conveyor belts on both the double bars, because when you get into sweet clover, you have to back up, or even after you cut and you're driving over, a piece of sweet clover gets caught on here, and then this thing just fills up. So we put these big conveyor belts, drape them over this first bar, and that really saves you in the sweet clover. But enough of that. We'll do you an epic time lapse of us working, or do you want to just, I'll pick you up in a few. He's gonna head back to town at 6:30, so we'll go bale up that little bit that I raked. And we're starting a new thing here on Ranching Sodak. We're gonna give birthday wishes. So I got my first birthday wish. I gotta give a shout out to Nolan Hawkins. Birthday's on Monday. Happy birthday, Nolan. All you got to do is send, do you like Misty? She sent me a $100 Apple gift card. No, happy birthday, Nolan. Thanks for watching. I'm going to let you guys go, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.